Good afternoon, Tina Mitchell here, and welcome to this week's One Time Your Business Challenge. I am your local mortgage expert, and each week I share my philosophy on one-timing your business. Have you ever left the office after a long day wondering what you accomplished? Only to wake up the next morning stressed and overwhelmed, thinking about all of the things that were left undone from the day before? Of course you have. We've all been there. This space can help you. I've created this space to help you with your time management and business efficiency in the spirit of one-timing. Take control of your business so you can take control of your life back. And this week's challenge is all about time tracking. I can't help you make more time, but I can help you make more out of the time that you have. Walk through life enjoying it instead of running through life always feeling that you're missing out on everything. Doesn't it seem like majority of the people are just running around? They seem crazy in the space that they're in. And what that takes away is not only does that mean you're obviously not running a high efficiency business model, but you're not running a high efficiency life. And what does a high efficiency life mean? It means that you actually can take time to enjoy it. You can take time to enjoy your family, your life, your community. You can do extra things in your business because you run a high efficiency business model. There are so much benefits and ripple effect. And it all starts with managing your time. So time tracking, and what this week's challenge is all about, is just the same as budgeting. You just don't hear about it as much. You track your spending habits and budgeting, correct? Well, instead, this week, we're going to track instead of money spending, we're going to track your time spending. So with budgeting, it's all about your money habits that you've created and to create better habits. Well, this week, it's all about your time habits and creating better habits around time. When you track your time, it's really powerful because you can see where all of the time is getting wasted. Because we all have the same amount of time in the day, correct? We all have 24 hours. It's just what we do with it. Do you ever ask and see somebody and go, wow, how do they accomplish everything that they accomplish when we have the same amount of time? Well, I bet they do exercises like this week, which is about time tracking. Now, time tracking is not in the spirit of what we're talking about this week, doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to do this for the rest of your career. But you have to do it for an extended period of time to really be able to benefit from it, which we're going to talk about that this week. Now, you may continue with it the same as budgeting. If you're a budgeter, you budget all the time. I mean, you're always looking at the money that you're spending, but you're not going through the same intense exercises you did when you initially started budgeting because you created better habits, better spending habits when it comes to your money. Same thing here is you're going to do an extensive now, and then you'll be able to taper this off once you have better spending time habits. Okay. So just the same as budgeting, most people don't want to do it. And most people don't do it. But if you want to be like the majority and get the results the majority are doing, continue doing things that the majority are doing. But if you want to be a 1 percentile, the best of the best in your industry, you need to be doing things like a 1 percentile does. And we're going to talk about this a little more in future details in observation, but which means you only have 1% to actually observe what they're doing to be the best of the best, correct? Now, you may have people say that you can't do this. It takes too much time. It's going to waste too much valuable time. I'm here to share with you today that that is not true, and it's definitely coming from the people that you don't want to get the results that they're getting. If somebody says it takes too much time to monitor your time, it's kind of like it takes too much money to be able to monitor the money that you're spending. How much sense does that make? So this week's challenge is going to be all about taking control of your time so you can take control of your life back. The impact that you're going to have on your business and on your life is priceless. So today I would like to share how time tracking works, and as important and really exciting, a great app that you can actually use. I love this time that we're in with technology. I've been in the mortgage industry for almost a quarter of a century. And I have to say, comparing what it used to be versus where it's at now because of technology is so great. And I get so excited because technology is going to continue to get better and better as time goes on. And so it's just exciting to see how many more tools that we're going to have. But this app I'd like to share with you today is Clockify. It's Clockify, and I will post it in the after post with the links for my course as well. And it is free. How great, how many free tools are out there. There's so many free apps out there to use. Now, of course, there's a upgraded version, but what you're going to be using it for this week, you do not need that. But you can take a look at the app, and there might be some really cool things for you that you want to utilize it for in your business. Now, there are great training videos on this site, so I really encourage for you to one-time this process. And how you one-time learning a new tool or new technology is to take time before getting into it and read up and educate on it. You may be more of a reader than you can read about it. I'm visual, so I love to see video tutorials of just walking through it. So there's some great videos on the app as well. Now, if you missed my segment on task management, that was back on June 27th of 2018. I can't believe it. I have been doing this OTYB, my one-time year business, OTYB is what it stands for, success program, which is an extension of my coaching program, though those of you who are regular listeners for this space here know about my coaching program. And it's exciting that it's been over a year that I've been doing this particular success program. So just really excited when I'm going back and looking at dates. But anyways, go back and listen to that segment. And if you have not already, or if you don't remember it, June 27th on 2018, that segment was about it's titled Task and Project Management, but it's about task management and project management at the highest efficiency level possible. But I talk about one tasking versus multitasking. Critically important that you engage in one tasking if you are in the habit of multitasking before you time track, because it's critically important. And I shared studies with you in that one tasking is the only way to go. Multitasking is not the efficient way to run your business. Go back to that segment and I share some things with you there. So now let's talk about time tracking and what this is going to look like for you. So have your time tracker, use the app. It's so cool. Have your time tracker app open all day on your desktop. So it's really easy for you to be able to access that. And when you start it, you can use it a lot of different ways. But for this week's challenge, and for specifically on time tracking, for you to be monitoring your time, I think that this is the best way and most efficient. But again, if you look at the videos, you may find a way that works better for you. But when you get in and you're going to start a task, the first thing you do is you already have it open on your desktop, so just bring it up. And you're going to type in what you're working on. And just a short description of what you're going to work on. And then you're going to categorize it and or tag it, because this is where the magic happens in the reporting of it, which we'll talk about for a couple minutes. And then start the timer. That's it. And then since you're in the habit of one tasking, you'll do this one task. And then when you're finished, you're going to create a habit. It's just going to be second nature for you. It's going to take a while. It's a hard road because you've got to change. The hard road, which I've shared with you before in previous challenges, represents change. Majority of people do not want to change, even though they know the change is going to get them to a better place. They still don't do it. It's because it's too hard to recreate new habits. This is going to be one of those examples, but I promise you, again, it's priceless. It's going to serve your business and your life at the very highest level. So please, please engage in this today, because this is the only way you're going to be able to take control of your time back. is to monitor it. Same as budgeting. The only way you can take control of your money back is you have to budget. So same thing with our time. So you categorize it or tag it. It's going to make it great for time tracking. So now when you finish this task, you're going to start the next task. You're going to go right to your time tracker, and you're going to type in the next thing you're going to do, and you start the clock. Okay? It's that simple. Now you're going to be creating a journal of what you're doing, which is really cool. A lot of people can't even, if you were to ask majority of people what they did for the day, they couldn't easily tell you. And so you have to really think about it. So this is an ongoing journal with every task that you're doing throughout the day at a very high efficiency level. Now, if you're listening and you have somebody that you work for, engage in this. Let your leader, your boss, or your employer let them know what you're doing throughout the day. It's powerful. For those entrepreneurs like myself, we need to take control of our own time because nobody else is going to do it for us. So we're doing this journal for ourselves, and it lets you know exactly what you're doing, how long you're doing things, and where your time's getting wasted. It's so great. So now you're going to be able to analyze everything. So what are you spending your time on is what you're analyzing. How much time are you spending in each one of those activities? You're analyzing that. The efficiency, of your business, or if you've never time tracked before, I guarantee you're going to be able to see the inefficiency to your business. And this is actually really great news. If you're not running an efficient business right now, I'm really happy for you. This is great news because now you know things can get better. And this challenge and the exercise for this week is going to show you that. And then ultimately, of course, where you can save time. Just like budgeting, by analyzing through the process, you'll be able to see where those gaps are, where time's getting wasted at a very high level. And you have those statistics that you need to be able to really pull this in together. Now, talking about statistics, do you know that statistics show that people that budget, they have more money? Did you know that? You probably do. If people budget, it's guaranteed they're going to have more money. So if you time track, guaranteed, you're going to be able to make more out of the time that you have. So why is that? It's because you're tracking what you're doing, you're monitoring thinking, which means that you're going to be spending less time in areas when you're really monitoring that. When you track, you're less to be wasting that time. Same as, again, I like to compare it with budgeting because people can relate to that. A lot more people budget than they do time track, and they're just as important. There's so much more, again, on this app that you can do. If you have billable hours, you can run it through here. Project management on time, it's taking an area through here. I don't want to get confused with a task manager, which we've talked in a previous challenge before, but because it's different than a task manager, it has some of the functionalities of a task manager, but I would not let this take the place of a task manager. This is specifically for tracking time. And if you have a team, they definitely should be creating better habits around time. Again, this doesn't have to be something that you have them do ongoing forever. It really depends on your team and the confidence you have in that team. We're going to talk about team and team building. I don't need to I lost my word there, for managing my team. I don't need to be in their business all the time, or I really lost that word there. You know what I'm talking about. You could actually put that word right in there for me. So it's really not necessary for me to do that. But when I have somebody new coming in, definitely monitoring, I would have them go through this exercise. And it's creating these habits. It's letting me know where there needs to be help and where I can step in. So let's talk about the benefits of time tracking as we wrap things up here. Biggest benefits, again, is recognizing where your wasting time is. That's the biggest stress in business, is time waster. Accurate data, how much time does it take to do each task? So you'll be able to build this data and know, which is going to make you more efficient in the process, which we've talked about. Being more efficient is going to bring you more clients and more business. More clients and more business is going to bring you more profit. So all of this are benefits. Know when you need help. When you monitor what you're doing and when we get into team building and embracing your strengths and hiring out your weakness, which is going to be a powerful few weeks that we'll go through for the weekly challenge, I'll, bring this back in, but you really have to be able to monitor how much time there really is in the day and how much time you're willing to work. Are you willing to work 20 hours a day? Or are you willing to cut on what needs to be done to have a high efficiency business model? Or are you willing to embrace your strengths and hire out your weaknesses? Time tracking is going to show you where you can do that and how much time you really have. Delivery dates, it really gives you an accurate estimates of when you can deliver things. If you have things that you're doing a process through and you have to have a delivery date, you can really be able to monitor and commit at a high level of accuracy there. More alert, again, we've talked about this, but when you're monitoring what you're doing, it becomes consistent in thinking about better ways to do it so you can continue to improve that. Eliminates all the chaos around time. So exciting. Just with that benefit alone makes me so happy. It creates discipline. Again, naturally, you're going to be doing things differently. You're going to be disciplined differently when it comes to your time. And you can also see where you can time the process. I'm going to wrap it up here here today, but I do want to let you know what's coming up in next week's challenge because it's going to be in conjunction to this week in time tracking. We're going to be talking about the one timing exercise, which is really powerful in order to one-time your business. And it's going to go great with this challenge that I'm giving you for this week, which is your time tracking. Take control of your business and take control of your life back. I'm going to post for more information. I have a live virtual online course to take your time management, business efficiency, and lead generation at the highest level possible in the spirit of my one-timing. It's an 8-week course. It's every Wednesday from 3 to 4:30. I'm actually starting my first week today with my next group. My last group just graduated. So take a look. I would love to spend that powerful 8 weeks with you, and it is a powerful course. Again, this is an extension of my mortgage business. That's what I do. This is complimentary. My course is complimentary. This time that I'm spending with you, complimentary. I just want to share something that's made a difference in my business and made a difference in my life because that's what life is about. It's about contributing to others. But it's also a space for me to just create relationships. But where I make my money is I make my money in the mortgage industry. I'm very passionate about what I do in my mortgage industry, in my mortgage business, and this is an extension of that. So don't forget about me for your mortgages as well. I want to thank you for being here live with me. I see a lot of people chimed in this week to let me know that you're here. Thank you so much. Kim, nice to see you. Alex and Keith, Eric, great to see you as well. All of you, thank you for being here live. And reach out to me if there's anything that you need. Click on the link to get more information on my course. There'll also be a link that will take you directly to the One Time Your Business Success page that lists all of the weeks so that you can take a look at what's there and maybe go back and review some of them if you'd like to. And make it an amazing day, and I will talk with you next Wednesday. Okay.